Okay, welcome. It's the new year. I'm so excited. So obviously you guys know Laura and I have now combined our wonderful teams to share a team page and just really keep the excitement and the momentum going for the year. We have very similar business goals, which is why we've been, aligned so well and working together. And we're just really excited. We hope that you guys use the team page. And did my post today? Actually, it was about, oh, it did about, I didn't look, but anyways, we're going to have challenges in there. It's going to be fun. It's going to be like the atmosphere of a challenge group, hopefully, and bring the excitement to, your business and to this whole journey, because as a coach, you have that extra accountability. That's what makes coaching so awesome. So no matter what your business goals are, you are going to be hopefully pushed to do some more personal development and personal growth so that you get all the benefits of being a coach. So we have our 9-week control freak group. It's so funny because I keep forgetting what it's called. So I type in freaky in the Facebook group and some weird stuff comes up. So I'm like, I have to remember that it's called Let's Get Control Freaky. But our group for that starts January 18th, and then prep week starts next Monday. So what I'm doing is I am going through my whole entire list of everyone I've spoken to about this program in the last month and a half, and circling back to say last chance to get in for that. We want to make sure that they have what they need to start. And this program is something that they need to have the test or control track to start. So it's not like a question of, oh, they can just jump in the exercises and wait for their Shakeology. They need their stuff. As you guys saw, also, we have the ongoing challenge group is now weekly accountability, which is still freaking awesome. I'm so pumped that took on like a life of its own already. So it's weekly posts that people can put their nutrition and their fitness, if they're just BOD members, if they are subscription members of Performance Line or Shakeology, there's the BOD group for that, which I'm actually really loving the check-ins for BOD groups. I'm really liking keeping track of my stuff that way, but the posting, that's that's an adventure. But hopefully they'll work out all the kinks and we can really bring some excitement in there. But and then what is the other one? Oh, that's the control freak group, but that hasn't started yet. So any other housekeeping stuff you want to bring up, Laura? I do want to plan a coach sneak peek, but we have to figure out a date for that.
Yeah, nothing I can think of.
Yeah, I know. I think actually Megan was planning on doing a coach sneak peek in the big group today, but I think she forgot because I just remembered. So
I think she moved it to next Monday because like the holidays, everyone's like trying to just get back to things today.
Okay. I mean, I like joining her, but I also like having our own so our coaches can have that opportunity to talk. And I think we always love having those. So maybe we can do one. I don't know. We'll have to figure that out. But all right. So I wanted to talk today about how to be successful in this business. And, if you guys have read Josh Coates' book, let me bring it here, F Leadership. Oh, Laura went away. F Leadership. This is an awesome book, and it goes over sort of all the components to being a coach, how to motivate and mentor and lead your team. And basically, there's a formula that he talks about in this book, and it is super simple when you put it all together. Yay, you're back.
I don't know what happened. I just disappeared for a second.
Allison disappeared too. She was here for a second.
Oh, she said her computer crashed and she has to she's finding the charger.
Oh, okay.
She'll be back. Well, she'll be back.
Better fix that for the Bachelor. So, and what's really cool also about this formula is that, so in the book, it's consistency plus intensity plus worth plus time equals everything that you want. And Josh, which I think is really cool, has invested in his own business this year. And from working with him in January to June, and then from July to December, I have seen a huge growth in him through working with his own coach. And through that, he's added another component to this formula that's called harmony. And I'm going to go over each of the categories. So number one is consistency. So this is about doing the right things every single day. And a lot of people get hung up on, well, I've been a coach for 3 years and nothing's happened with my business. I've been a coach for a year and I'm having trouble signing people up. And this is about not when you've signed up. This is about when you've committed to doing the daily actions every single day. And this is why we follow a tracker, because we can literally see what our daily activities are, what we're doing for our business, posting, inviting, following up, rinse and repeat over and over again. And I have to yell at my husband. I don't know if you can hear the TV, but it is so loud upstairs. Tucker, can you lower that a smidge? It's like screaming. Okay. So what you have to do in this business, and this is something that like I, learned a while ago, is you don't just want to be here a year from now. You want to be better a year from now. So that means committing to these things. And I'll go into it more later, but what the nice piece about this is, it doesn't mean more time. It just means getting really crystal clear on what you need to do to move your business forward. This is not a job that you should be sitting at your computer for 8 hours a day, 5 days a week doing. I mean, maybe at one point, if you're like a superstar diamond and you are, into doing that and doing a lot of other things, but in the beginning, it should be like an in and out, let me get down to business and let's get on with my life. So it's being consistent with those right things. If you've never printed out that tracker, the business activity tracker, print it out and make today the first day that you start to consistently move your business forward. And another thing is that it doesn't have to be like, if you look at your tracker, and I always have mine right next to me, it says invite people, at least 5 every single day, about inviting them to a challenge group, boot camp, or coaching opportunity. If you're somebody who, like, let's say you're a nurse and you work 12-hour shifts and you can't do that every single day, then that's okay. On the day that you're not working, invite 20 people. It doesn't have to be every single day. It just needs to be consistent. So however that fits into your life, that's what matters. I know a lot of people get hung up on, well, like, I'm not able to do this day. Then if you can only work on the weekends, do all your invites on the weekends. It doesn't matter when they happen. They just have to happen. Number 2 is intensity. So this is another thing. So if you're somebody who has said like, well, I'm doing these things, I'm doing the invites, I'm, posting to social media, it doesn't feel like anybody is joining me, anyone is coming to these groups, wants to join my team, you really want to look at your energy. And how are you talking about this opportunity? And I bring this up a lot because I think this really harmed my business in the beginning. So I loved my workouts. I loved my shakes. I wasn't really all in the community yet, but I really loved those 2 pieces. And I posted on social media. But if somebody came up to me on the street, at the kids' school, anywhere else, and asked me about what I was doing in social media, I would immediately be like, oh, that's silly thing. Oh yeah, okay, that's great. I was not proudly showing up about my business. I was not talking about it like I was proud of it. I was not, like now, if somebody said, oh, Melissa, I've seen, your workouts, I would say, oh my God, yeah, I freaking love this program. This one, da, 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 da. I love traveling. I love my coaches. I probably wouldn't shut up, but I wasn't doing that then. And what you want to be doing when you're talking about intensity is looking at your energy. How are you talking about your business? How are you showing up for your business? Are you somebody, I mean, now we don't see anybody in real life, right? But if somebody talks to you about it, are you able to say with pride what you're doing? Are you able to say, this is what I want to do. This is why I want you to do it with me. This is how it's changed my life. For me, and I hate this for newer coaches. For me, that took live events and really digging into the community for me to be like, this is where I belong. This is what I'm supposed to be doing. And I believe in the mission of this company. So what can you do now with no live events? You can come to team calls. You can get together and work out on Zoom with us. You can participate in live events like this. Oh, that's something we should have mentioned is Super Weekend is this weekend. Check out all the events on Super Weekend. We're going to hear about all the product launches, program launches that are coming out, and they're all really exciting. And so even though we can't be together in person yet, come to those things. Make a commitment right now to be at our next Success Club trip. We are 2 years now having them canceled. Punta Cana last year, Riviera Maya this year. 2022 is going to be off the hook. So make that your mission right now. Hit Success Club every single month this year. You have a free trip. It's a free, as long as you hit Success Club every single month in a year, your Success Club trip is paid for. So yeah, so think about your energy and how you're showing up, how you're talking about it, and, you know, ramp up that energy and make sure that that belief is behind you. And you have to think about that with your posts, with your stories, like when you're inviting, is like get into the right mindset, do a shot of Energize before they do their inviting, because even if you don't know it, your verbiage, the way that you're coming off, your voice memos, if you're leaving them, they're talking for you. So how are you showing up on those things in your team page? And having that mindset of, you don't need these people that you're talking to. They need you. They need what we have. They need these solutions. They need, like I was saying before the call started, that, you know, I've been sitting on all of these resources for, I don't know, 5 years. I mean, I've been in and out, but like, I feel like we have so much to offer people. So much, oftentimes it's overwhelming, right? We have these workout programs, we have nutrition, we've got shakes, we've got accountability. There's nothing that we don't have. I was talking, I think it was Rachel the other day. We were talking about one of her challengers is in a different MLM and connected to them, and loves their shakes, but loves our workouts. And I'm like, this is why I'm glad to be here, because we have everything under one roof. I don't have to worry about my, you know, pre-workout from a different company, or my shake from a different company, and a workout from a different company. We have everything you could ever want, except for vegan collagen, which I'm hoping they're going to announce on Super Weekend. Cross your fingers for me. Okay, so 3 is worth. We all question, oh, Allison's back. We all question ourselves. We all wonder if we can do this and be successful at it. Every single person that you see that's coaching has been around a little bit longer than you, has the same doubts and feelings at times. The only difference is that we kind of understand how to navigate that voice that comes in our heads, that makes us doubt ourselves, that makes us question whether we're good at this, whether we can be successful at this. And we just get through to take the next step. It's just about taking that next step. And, you know, this business can be hard. That's why, again, you have to come in with that consistency of knowing that you have to be here to see that result at the end, and know that everybody has that those same feelings of worthiness or unworthiness at times. And it comes down to, and Josh talked about this on our call today, is, you know, if you believe in equal rights, which hopefully we all do, everybody should have the same rights, whether your gender, your sexuality, your skin color. If you believe that everybody is equal, then everybody has the same ability to be successful. Everybody can get to the same point. If we all have the same rights, we can all be successful at this. And, you know, that's one thing that all the top coaches say, is that there's no difference in them and us. It's just a matter that they didn't give up. Oh God. And, you know, something that I know motivates me so much is my kids, and, you know, this dream that I've shared with them. And I'm going to kill my husband. I need an office so badly. Um, but having my kids, and even at those moments when I'm doubting myself or my, ability to move forward in this business or be successful in this business, I think about them and what kind of conversations I could have with them. And do I want to be the person that is telling them, you might be able to do whatever you dream of doing, but I don't know, because I didn't try my hardest. I need to show up in the way that I want them to show up for their life. I want them to see that anything can be possible with hard work, consistency, and dedication to something. And I've shared my vision of this business with them. I can't ever give up till I've gotten there, because I wouldn't want that for them. So just think about that, how hard you can give something and how you want to show up for your family, for your kids, and for yourself. And another thing about worth is that consistency in this business breeds confidence. So the more that you do things, the more that you complete your tracker. You get through your tracker for 1 week. Wow, I feel better about this. I can do this. You get through it to the next week. You do a program. I mean, doing a program, if you've never done a program from start to finish, you just feel like a badass. I don't care if it's clean week. I don't care if it's 3-day refresh. I don't care if it's 80-day obsession, although that is huge accomplishment. Any program that you do from start to finish fills you with a sense. Look at Megan. Megan started coaching because she finished the Ultimate Reset, because she felt like such a badass. So you have to start and finish a program. And anyways, consistency breeds confidence. So the more that you are consistent with it, the more, if you get out those invites every single week, you're going to get customers. You're going to be confident in that. You participate in a coach sneak peek and you sign up a coach, you're going to feel confident. So just be more consistent and you're going to breed that confidence for yourself. So number 4 is harmony. And this is the newest one to Josh's equation, and one that I really, really love, because one thing that I have a really hard time with, I don't know if you guys have done the Enneagram test. I'm an Enneagram 3. I have a really hard time not working. I have a really hard time shutting down, shutting off. In addition to the fact that my kids are at ages where they are busy with their own stuff a lot of times. So it's like a different phase in my life, one where, obviously COVID, we don't do a lot of things anyways, but before COVID, and before they turned these ages, I was that mom who was like doing kid stuff every weekend. And now like only one of them wants to do that. And we can't do a lot of that stuff now. So anyways, harmony is about recharging. It's about restoring your energy, because if you go back to number 2 is energy. If you are somebody who's not able to shut off, to, reconnect with what fills you up, to be able to recover, then you don't have energy. You can't work all day long on this business, or, work all morning, go to your full-time job, come back and work for 3 hours, and have the energy to come back the next day. Energy is so important in this business that you have to protect yourself. And one of the best things that I've learned from coaching is time management, and, when to do this, how long something takes, and what do I need to do to accomplish this. So, I've gotten really crystal clear on how long my business activities take, so that I know what I can, schedule and how I can schedule things. But it's so important to schedule things that are going to help you to renew that energy. So what lights you up? Is it spending time with your family? Is it getting out in nature? Is it, travel when we can do that? Really pay attention to that. And this business, as I said, should be like an in and out type of thing. It should not take you, all day. And if it is taking you all day, you have to be really, really aware of how you're spending your time. Are you scrolling? Are you watching reels? That's not working. So if you're telling your spouse or telling your kids, hey, I'm working, and you're doing that, that's a lie. That's not an income producing activity. An income producing activity is following up, scheduling a post, reaching out and inviting people. And those things don't take a lot of time. So really be aware of your screen time and how to shut that off. Set business hours. If there's one thing I could tell you I wish I did from the beginning is set business hours. And this thing I have to remind myself of all the time, I'm not a brain surgeon. I'm not on call. If somebody has a question about health and fitness, they can wait until I'm, available in my office. You guys know I don't have a freaking office, but in my office to answer their question. Last night at dinner, I was like, had like hands and onions, and I saw like a question come through on my watch, and it took all of me. I was like, Melissa, you're not answering this right now. This is like not a question that needs to be answered. This is not life or death. This is not appropriate to answer right now. But I was like, oh my God. And it really wasn't even very serious. But yeah, so make sure that you are restoring, recharging, recovering, and making sure that energy goes back, especially like, people who have other full-time jobs and kids and all this stuff that right now it's so important to be able to, recharge. And okay, so number 5 is time. The acceptance that this business takes time. This is not something that is going to, make you a millionaire in a year or 2 years. This is something that builds off of consistency. So going back to what I said in the beginning about your anniversary of being a coach, I just hit my 5-year anniversary New Year's Day. I'm such a cliche. I signed up New Year's Day, but I did not start consistently working my business then. So it wouldn't be fair for me to say 5 years and I'm still here where I am now. I did not start consistently working then. I started consistently working in July of 2018. So be aware of that, and don't get stuck on your anniversary date. Get stuck on the date you said, this is when I'm going all in. This is when I am going to go consistently into my business. Then you can start that clock and say, okay, how long did it take me then? But it's going to take time. I heard somebody compare it the other day to like, and it wasn't like a coach, it was like being an entrepreneur. Like, oh, it was an awesome episode. I sent it to you, Laura, I think. I forget. I'll get you guys the episode, but it was a panel of a bunch of life coaches, and they were talking about, one of them had just had their first $1 million year, but it took her 9 years to get to that point. And those first 9 years, I think she made like $50,000 total. So like it takes time to get to a breaking point, and you have to realize that when you start a business. Our business is awesome because we don't have to invest a lot of money into it. We've invested a challenge pack, which really is products for ourselves. We haven't had to invest money, which is why a lot of people don't treat this like a business. But if you just have that mentality of, this is something I'm slowly building that will really, really change my life as long as I keep making steps moving forward, then you're going to be fine. And I also heard it compared to a doctor. Doctors, yeah, they make a lot of money after like 8 years of making nothing because they're in school. So why would you think that you could make some ridiculous amount of money because you're posting on social media for a year? There's a lot more work that goes into this. So just have that mentality that this is going to take time. You're in here for the long haul, and you're just going to keep taking those steps, creating that consistency to create that confidence and that energy. That's all I got. Did I get you on time for The Bachelor? That's what's important tonight. You guys have any questions? I'm going to stop the recording.